Quadrilaterals. There are mainly 5 types of quadrilaterals. Let us see the first one, parallelogram. First property of parallelogram is opposite segments are parallel with each other. From this figure you can see AB is parallel with DC and this AD is parallel with BC. Next property, these opposite sides are congruent also. So again these opposite segments are congruent with each other. Next property is related with its angles. Opposite angles are congruent. So from this figure we can say this angle B is congruent with D and this angle A is congruent with angle C. Again next property with its adjacent angles. Adjacent angles are supplementary. Suppose here I am taking angle B. So there are two adjacent angles A and C. So you can take any one. So here I take both angles. Angle B plus A is equal to 180. Otherwise angle B plus angle C is also 180. And the last property is diagonals of parallelogram bisects each other. Suppose in this figure these are two diagonals. These two diagonals are not congruent but they are bisectors of each other. Suppose these two diagonals intersect at point O. So we can say this segment AO is congruent with OC and segment BO is congruent with segment OD. From properties of parallelogram, let us solve practice set 5.1. This is our question number 1. Diagonals of parallelogram WXYZ intersect each other at point O. Here we required one parallelogram. If major angle XYZ is equal to 135, this 135 is greater than 90. So here I am taking this 135 degree whose name is angle Y. So this is our remaining 3 vertices. Then what is the measure of angle XWZ? XWZ means this one and the next one is YZW means this one. Here we have to find out measure of these two angles. So in this parallelogram, first we are finding out this measure of angle W. From this figure you can see here these both angles are opposite angles. So by using this property these two angles are congruent. Here measure of this angle is given which is equal to 135. Therefore this measure XWZ is equal to 135. Let us find out measure of angle Z. Again we can find out by using angle Y. Angle Z and angle Y both are adjacent angles which are supplementary. So their addition is equal to 180 degree and after solving we will get this measure angle Z is equal to 45 degree. Next question, if length of OY is equal to 5 centimeter, here these two diagonals intersect at point O. This segment OY is equal to 5 centimeter. We have to find out WY means length of this whole diagonal. We know that diagonals of parallelogram bisects each other. Therefore these two measures are same. So this is also equal to 5. So by using this property diagonals of parallelogram bisect each other, this OY is equal to length of OW which is equal to 5 centimeter. From this figure this WY is nothing but addition of these two segments which is equal to 10 centimeter. Next question, in parallelogram ABCD, here I draw this ABCD. If angle A is equal to, it is given in the form of this equation and measure angle B is also given in this form. Then find the value of X and then the measure of angle C and D also. Here we have to find out measure of these angles also. From this figure, you can see these both angles are adjacent angles. So by using adjacent angle property, adjacent angles are supplementary. So in this parallelogram, major angle A plus B is equal to 180. Now next step is substitution. From this step, 3x plus 2x is equal to 5x, and plus 12 minus 32 is equal to minus 20. Take this minus 20 to another hand side, it will become plus, and after solving we will get the value of x is equal to 40 degree. Substitute this value in this major angle A is equal to 3x plus 12. So after solving we will get this major angle A is equal to 132. Similarly, major angle B is equal to 48. Now let us find out the measure of remaining angles. From this figure, angle C is opposite to angle A. Therefore, opposite angles of parallelogram are congruent. So from this property, this major angle C is equal to 132. Similarly, major angle D is equal to 48 degree. In third question, perimeter of parallelogram is 150 centimeter. One of its side is greater than the other side by 25 centimeter. Here one side is compared with another. So here I am considering the length of smaller side, which is equal to suppose x. Therefore the length of bigger side will be, it is greater than 25. Therefore it is x plus 25. Here we have to find out length of all sides. Here I am taking this length, suppose x. So this will become x plus 25, and I am naming it suppose ABCD. So we know that opposite segments are congruent. Therefore this segment AB is congruent with DC, which is equal to x, and similarly BC is equal to AD, which is equal to x plus 25. Now we know that the perimeter is nothing but addition of all segments. Here I substitute these values from this figure, and after solving, here x plus x plus x plus x, 4 times x, therefore 4x, and 25 plus 25, 50. Take this 50 to another hand side. Here the perimeter is given 150 centimeter. So when you take this 50 to another hand side, it will become minus, and its subtraction is 100 degree. After solving, we will get the value of x is equal to 25. So here we get length of AB and length of DC, which is equal to x. So here the value of x is 25, and the length of bigger sides BC and AD is equal to 50 centimeter. Question number 4. If the ratio of measure of two adjacent angles, here adjacent angles are given and its ratio is given, which is 1:2. Find the measure of all angles of the parallelogram. Here I consider, suppose this is the ratio is 1:2. So here I am taking, suppose the measure of smaller angle BX and that of adjacent angle is 2x. So this is acute angle, which is x, and this is obtuse, which is bigger one. This is equal to 2x. So here I am taking, suppose point Q, this is R, and this is point S. So this is our quadrilateral parallelogram PQRS. So from this figure, major angle Q is equal to x, R is equal to 2x. Again we know that these two angles are adjacent angle. So by using adjacent angle property, both angles are supplementary. So after substituting this value, we will get the value of x is equal to 60 degree. Therefore this measure of angle Q is equal to x, which is equal to 60 degree. Measure of angle R is equal to 2x, which is equal to 120 degree. Again we have to find out measure of remaining angles. These two angles are opposite to these angles. So by using opposite angle property, angle Q is opposite to S and angle R is opposite to P, which is equal to 60 and 120 degree. Question number 5. Diagonals of parallelogram intersect each other at point O. Here we require diagonals of this parallelogram ABCD which intersect at point O. Here the length of OA is given 5 centimeter and length of BO is also given 12 centimeter. So here also length of AB means segment AB is given 13 centimeter. We know that OC is equal to 5 and OD is also equal to 12 centimeter by using property of diagonals. Diagonals of parallelogram bisects each other. Now in this figure, here we are just concentrating on triangle AOB, only on triangle AOB. The bigger side is 13 centimeter. So here I take AB square which is equal to 169 and here I am taking square addition of square of remaining two sides, that is AO square and BO square. So when you add it we will get 169. So from equation 1 and 2 we can say these two left hand sides are also same. So this is by using converse of Pythagoras theorem, this is hypotenuse, this one is side 1 and this one is side 2. So by using this converse we can say that this triangle is a right angle triangle, therefore this major angle AOB is equal to 90 degree. It means here this measure is 90 degree. So similarly by using diagonal property, this AO is equal to OC which is equal to 5 centimeter. Again OB is equal to OD which is equal to 13 centimeter. So if you solve it by using this same method, we will get measure of this remaining segment is equal to 13 centimeter by using Pythagoras theorem. So therefore we can say this ABCD is a rhombus because here we get this angle is equal to 90 degree. It means these diagonals are perpendicular bisectors of each other and these remaining sides are also congruent. Therefore this parallelogram is a rhombus. In this figure PQRS and ABCR are two parallelogram. Measure angle P is given. Here we have to find out measure of all angles of this small parallelogram ABCR. So we know that this angle P is congruent with angle R because both are opposite angles of this parallelogram. Therefore this measure angle R is equal to 110 degree. Now in this small parallelogram, this angle B is also 110 because both angles are opposite angles. Therefore this measure angle B is equal to 110. Now in this figure, angle A is adjacent to R. So if you apply property of adjacent angle of parallelogram, both angles are supplementary. So after solving we will get this measure angle A is equal to 70 degree. So in this figure this angle A is equal to 70 degree. Angle C is opposite to A. Therefore this angle C, measure of this angle C is also equal to 70 degree. Both angles are opposite angles of parallelogram. In this figure ABCD is a parallelogram. Point E is on ray AB such that this BE is congruent with AB. Then here we have to prove that this line ED bisect this BC at point F. Means our target is, here we have to prove that this BF is congruent with FC. So from this figure this segment AB is congruent with DC because both segments are opposite to each other. So by using this opposite segment, this is our equation number 1. Now this AB is congruent with BE. It is already given. So this is our equation number 2. So from equation 1 and 2 we can say that this DC is congruent with BE. Now again from figure, this segment AB is parallel with DC. Similarly, we can say that this BE is also parallel with DC because this segment BE is on ray AB. Therefore, we can say this BE is also parallel with DC. So, if these two lines are parallel with each other and if BC is their transversal, then we can say this angle and this angle both are congruent because both are alternate angles. So here I am using these both angles in these two smaller triangle BFC and FCD. In this triangle, these two angles are alternate angles. Similarly, these two angles are opposite angles. The name of first angle is BFC and the second is CFD. Therefore, by using angle test, these two triangles are congruent by using angle test. So here we require their corresponding side BF is congruent with CF because these two segments are corresponding side of congruent triangle. So if these both segments are congruent, then we can say this point F is a midpoint of segment BC. And if it is midpoint, then we can say that this line DE bisect this segment BC at point F. Therefore, our target is proved. This BF is congruent with FC. It means this point F is midpoint. Therefore, we can say this line DE bisect this segment BC.